So I'm going to be talking about what I dislike in Mexico. Number one, I hate how things are run here. Like gaining residence, gaining a passport for my son. Everything, you have to go to the offices. Nothing can be done online. You have to print everything out. You have to pay quite a lot of money for everything as well. There's all different processes, and I'll be making different videos on that specific topic of like how to gain residence, how to gain a passport, etc. But for now, I'm just going over the hates of Mexico. Not hates, but dislikes. So, like I said, the first one is how the system runs. It's very slow, very backwards. In the UK, everything's fast, it's all online. It's not as expensive as Mexico, which is pretty strange. So yeah, that's number one for me. Number two is the transport. The transport is okay, only in certain areas. It can be very, very crowded, especially in the city centre. And I'm even 2 hours out of the city centre, and you know, it can still get crowded in these minivans, but it is cheap. It is super cheap, I'll give them that. But it's not reliable, and it's not every 10-15 minutes as you normally get in the UK. So number three is if you're not Mexican, you're not a citizen from here, people will take advantage of you when you're going shopping by yourself. So if I went to the supermarket, they'll try and charge me an extra 5-10 pesos for something, or even more. It depends where you go and who's serving you. So you have to be extra careful about that. Make sure you're with a person who is Mexican. Try to. I'm lucky because I have my wife who's Mexican, and obviously she understands the culture, the people who try and rip you off. So always pay attention when you're out and about, that people are not trying to rip you off, because they think you're rich, because you're from another country. Yeah, so don't let people take advantage of you. Number four is the roads and the paths. We don't have a car, but when you drive here, or even in public transport, it's very bad, very dangerous as well. They have a lot of potholes, many bumps, and the bumps are not highlighted with luminant paint at night time. So if you go over it and you don't know it's there, you can damage your car, and it's dangerous. There's not many headlights at night time either as well. Maybe just in the city centre, but outside, no, not much. And the paths as well, like we've got nearly a 2-year-old, and pushing a pram and walking with him is pretty dangerous, because number one, the pram doesn't fit on the sidewalk, and number two, like when we're walking with him, there's big holes, it's not wide enough. Then you got mad drivers driving past you with crazy driving. So yeah, it's quite dangerous, and you just need to be careful. But you eventually get used to it. And number five is the food. I love the food. I think it's the best food I've had in my life. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. It really is. It's so fresh, so tasty. But when you get street food, if you come from the UK or somewhere else and you try street food for the first time, you're gonna have diarrhea because of the oils they use and the cheap ingredients. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. You will use the cheap oils, cheap cheeses. If you're eating meat, they'll probably leave the meat there for like 2 or 3 days, who knows. and you have to be extra careful with street food. It's very tasty, but it's risky as well. So if you want to be on the toilet for a week, help yourself out. But it is, like I said, it is really tasty food, but it's deep fried in a lot of oils, and like I say, you don't know how many days it's been sitting there, and there's, all the flies around it and everything. So just be careful what you eat and take it easy when you first come here. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you would like to see the next video on 5 things that I like about Mexico compared to the UK, it'll be up next week. So stay tuned and hit that like button if you found this video entertaining and useful, and please leave any comments below on what topics you like regarding Mexico, the UK, anything you like, and I can create some content for that. And hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. It would mean a lot, it'll help us out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.